Hi, this is Brad Pilon for EatStopEat.com. Today I want to talk to you about nutrition and hormones. And then I want to bring up something that I've probably talked to you about before, but it bears repeating. And that is balance. I mean, we hear a lot about the benefits and or negatives of different hormones. And they're usually extremes, right? It's either good or bad. Needs to be high, needs to be low. The truth is most hormones need to be in their sweet spot. And just about every hormone, even all the ones I mentioned, Eat Stop Eat, there's negatives for being too high and too low. Growth hormone is a hormone that I talk about a lot in Eat Stop Eat. Truth be told, we're trying to correct the fact that most people spend time in a growth hormone deficient state for extended periods of time. But I wouldn't want you to have really, really high growth hormone for long periods of time. Interesting information from animal research. Animals that have very low growth hormone, rats, tend to be smaller, a little more body fat, but live a long time. Animals with excessively high growth hormone, larger, more muscular, die early. So you see, we want the middle, we want the sweet spot. I talked about leptin a lot in Eat Stop Eat. Great hormone, very interesting. Animals that have very low levels of leptin for extended periods of time have issues with fat metabolism. Animals with high amounts of leptin see the high leptin becomes a risk for many metabolic diseases. Now, I'm not talking about the high leptin you get from a day of overeating. I'm not talking about the low levels of leptin you get from intense exercise. I just mean animals with long-term high leptin. Testosterone, another hormone I talk about in Eat Stop Eat. Really high levels of testosterone for prolonged periods of time has been linked to prostate cancer. Very low levels of testosterone has its own host of problems. So again, for the men and for the women within our own ranges, the sweet spot is the balance spot is what we're looking for. The catecholamines, same thing. I mean, you don't want them high all the time. It's actually, you can end up in a situation of adrenal insufficiency. All these hormones, even insulin. I know insulin is the Darth Vader of hormones right now. I mean, it's the big baddie. But truth be told, yes, having high levels of insulin for long periods of time obviously involved in a lot of negative health markers. But I would be willing to bet that very, very low levels of insulin for a long period of time may have its own issues we just haven't run into yet. It's all about balance. All the hormones in our bodies are there for a reason. Yes, we can manipulate them with our nutrition, but we shouldn't get too caught up into what we're doing to our hormones. And I know that everybody's going to be freaking out about what about insulin, but just remind you that all these hormones work together. All the ones I just mentioned, they work together and they create our metabolism. So it's not just about one hormone. It's about how they all work together and making sure they're all balanced. So just reminding you when you're reading information about nutrition not to get too freaked out about all the hormone talk because again, it's all about balance.